Hello everybody, here I am today again with my Visual Studio code. Actually, it's just Visual Studio. I'm so used to use code that, whatever. Let's skip to the chase here. I have a demo script here for Space Engineers along with my plugin open on the left here. So what I have is a very basic plugin that's going to well, when it starts, it gets the text panels and the thrusters. It also will store our joystick axis. So this is a normal joystick and this is the throttle stick. Okay, and the plugin is running and sending all the joystick information directly to a programmable block. So this programmable block can do whatever it wants. So if you want to code, for example, this into maybe like a crane. So whenever I move this, it moves like a crane instead of moving the ship. You're free to do this. I was considering doing like the player movement instead, but this is probably more flexible and way better. Well, back to our code. Here are some some stuff to get some generating a string ID, but let's skip to the main part. Okay, so this is the main part. So we have the throttle amounts. What else? We are loading stuff from the storage. Oh, sorry, from the arguments. So whatever the plugin sends is going to hit here and get into a input collection. So you can have like many concurrent inputs. So you can move like this, and you have like this axis and this axis. Instead of sending two requests, it sends only one. So it should be a little lighter on servers and stuff. What else? This is doing the calculation and the handling of those items. So we're parsing them here and adding to our collection. That's mostly used for debugging, so it's what's going to show up on the screen. And down here we have the thruster. So in this first part, it gets like the Z axis, which is this throttle here. Okay. And down here, it gets like if this Z axis is present, it's going to change the throttle amounts. And when it changes this amount, this axis is inverted. So if I go full on, the value is 0. And when I go back here, it's on the maximum. So it's doing this small inversion here. And it sends these values directly to our thrusters as percentages. So, and down here is just the printing stuff, like it stores back into the custom data and sends like to a screen to rendering. Okay, so let's build this. Deploy script. Okay, copied. The programmable block. Okay, I've pasted, but we can use this to whatever. And let's start. So if I move this, you will see that the engines are now increasing the same rate that I move here. So we can make like go very slow, or go full throttle. That's now updatable. It's getting the analog value from here and placing down on the thrusters. Okay. And this can be seen here on the thruster. So if I move this, you see it moving in real time. Okay, and it scales correctly to match this controller. What else? Well, there is this value on the screen, but well, it's just for debugging. You could use this, for example, to control a piston, a rotor, or whatever else you want. The same from this data here is also updating. So I can move around and you see it's getting updated. And we have like 3 values here being displayed. So the leftmost is, okay, I can't show it, but this first here is like the float value. So you can imagine it like a percentage of how far, of how far it is. So you can see if I go to like, it's better visual on the throttle actually, but because this is centered. So if I go to the left, it goes to 0. But if I go to the right, it goes to 1, so 100%. The second value is corrected for the centering. So if I go to the left, you see it's minus 1. If I let it go, it's on 0. And if I go to the right, it's gone to 1. And the third value is what the script actually gets, the plugin actually gets, the raw value. So you can see it pretty much like the whole range of this. Yeah, it's a very basic stuff. This is still work in progress, but I guess this can be worked to some really cool stuff, like maybe, I don't know, creating cranes or better ships, or just fiddling around with your ship. I'm going to place this on GitHub so you guys can try it out, and I hope you enjoy it. See you next time.